Let's go. Hey, y'all. Let me get my juju right. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me loud and clear. I feel like we haven't had Tuesday Takeover in forever, but we just had it last Tuesday. Right? Yeah. It feels like that happened so long ago. Usually, the weeks go by and by, but happy October. Happy October. All right. Happy October. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Almost forgot, but I'm reminding myself. We will be doing some sort of fundraiser here on the channel, so stay tuned for that. Any way that you can donate, even sharing the videos that we will have this fundraiser posted on, please be reminded that 100% of the proceeds from a YouTube giving fundraiser goes to the organization. I think a lot of people don't realize that with YouTube giving, 100% of your donation will go to that organization. I will let you guys know we had a fantastic organization last year. Stay tuned for that after the live. Also after the live, we will be posting the timestamps for Tuesday Takeover. For those that are unfamiliar with Tuesday Takeover, this is where we cover a variety of reality TV that I've been watching, a variety of pop culture news. So it's a mashup. This is where we get to catch up on everything that I don't get a chance to do a single video about. But I did do a video earlier today giving you an update in regards to the Tamar Braxton and Jeremy Robinson breakup. We've been reporting on so many different breakups. So if you missed that video, be sure to check that out. I posted a video earlier today. We got to get into a lot. Best Buy, I got something for you today. Best Buy, I got something for you today. But before we do that, let's get into a countdown. Let me know where you are watching from, no matter what platform you're watching from. TikTok is watching from behind the scenes. Those of you who are watching on Twitch, Twitter, or on Facebook, we're live on the Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. And of course, we're live here on YouTube. That's where the larger chat audience is. So if you want a larger group to hang out with, head on over to YouTube. Let's get into a countdown, and then let's get into all of what we need to get into, including 90 Day Fiancé. We got to talk about Big Brother. We got to talk about Best Buy. Oh, Best Buy, you're going to get it. You're going to get it good. We got to talk about, of course, some of the things that have been going on in pop culture, Real Housewives of Atlanta stuff. We got a lot to cover. So let's get into a countdown, and then let's get into this recap of all the things for our Tuesday Takeover.
Baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor. I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter. I got the fuse. You make a fire. I'll add the fuel. Follow me, lead it. Just watch the shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.
Welcome back to the Kempire Channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels that talk about reality TV and pop culture. If you're new here, we don't just talk about the Real Housewives. We don't just talk about reality TV. We talk about everything in pop culture, and very much like a lot of like sports, which we will be talking about sports today. Anytime it crosses over into pop culture, we will cover it, we will talk about it. But of course, we do cover some of your favorite reality TV shows, including 90 Day Fiancé, Big Brother, Real Housewives, and Below Deck. Below Deck Med, I am fully caught up. Well, caught up on this season. It's only two episodes. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about Tupac. We're going to talk about Tamar and that man. We're going to talk about Candy in a recent interview talking about this word of a reboot, seemingly confirming one. We have a lot to talk about, a lot to call out too. Jessel, Yes, JC says K&N. It's K&N over here with a staff of one. It's all right. It's all right, though. But you know, we always start Tuesday Takeover with some good news. I mean, the best good news that we could talk about is Beyonce. Come on now. Beyonce. Beyonce. I know I did a video yesterday talking about the Beyonce announcement. Of course, the Renaissance World Tour is done. And I am still upset. How come we could not get this mute challenge together? And I know there were certain cities that did it the best. I think they did it better than others. But there was still always people still... It almost caused fights in the arenas, well, the stadiums. People would be like, why can't we be quiet for 5 seconds in our society? For 5 seconds, we can't be quiet? Everybody on mute. Everybody on mute. Oh, wait, hold on. Nicole, I'm going to save your thing because I'm going to get into it. Not today, but I want to get into it. Why can't we be quiet? I don't understand. For the love of Beyonce. And Beyonce, there's some viral videos of Beyonce looking so disappointed. Disappointed. She's like, y'all can't be quiet for 5 damn seconds. Why can't we be quiet for 5 seconds? That is so frustrating to me. And I know Beyonce is on stage and she can't hear the people screaming in the back. Everything Tammy says that Atlanta won on the first night. I mean, they definitely did better. But if you see some of the footage, there were definitely people screaming. They did probably the best or one of the best. I mean, you can still feel the effect of the amount of silence in the room, but you still hear people in the far distance making noise, probably at the damn concession stand. Shut up. I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry. Shut up.
Sorry. It's also Halloween month. You know I don't love Halloween, though. Anyways. Kay says, I'm still hot about MetLife. Damn, was it that bad? Well, you're going to be quiet. I hope they can be quiet during the film. So Beyonce did confirm that the Beyonce film, the Renaissance Tour, the documentary, word on the street, according to Variety, we will see the visuals in this documentary. That's 2 hours and 30 minutes. All right. Tickets are now available. People have already gotten tickets. I haven't gotten tickets. Woo, woo, woo. Sorry to me. I want to see this, but I'm sure after it's available to the masses, it will be available for us to get it on DVD. We're going to get it on DVD. Not Blu-ray, DVD. Are you ready for your DVD? I do have a Destiny's Child DVD. It was one of their tours. I need to go look for that one. I don't know what I'm going to play it on. No, so I'm sure it will be available on some sort of streaming platform at some point. But I do want to go see it in a theater, like with the big thing. But then if I get the Vision Pro from Apple, then I can still feel like I'm in the theater if they provide it on streaming. That's a whole other thing. We've already talked about Vision Pro during one of our other Tuesday takeovers. Speaking of Apple, though, that is good news. I have to say, I do love their new... Where is the phone? I do love their new phone, the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And if you follow me on my social media, you saw I did a little unboxing of my 15 Pro Max. There is some sort of issue with the heating of the 15 Pro Max. Apparently, that will be fixed in a software update. It better be. But overall, I'm enjoying the phone. I'm enjoying the phone. So that's my good news. Here's some bad news, though. If Best Buy don't get it together. Look, I have a platform, so I'm going to use it. Because I'm not one of those people at the slightest of frustration goes to social media, goes to anybody. I'm a tourist. Tourists, we deal with things on our own. We could be suffering in silence. We deal with stuff on our own until it reaches a point. And it reached that point today. That's why I'm late. They're the reason why I'm not here at our 12:30 appointment. Okay? I'm not going to get into the details, but let me just tell you something. Best Buy, you're frustrating. People should not have to go to social media or get nasty or crunk with you in customer service after you send the wrong technician twice to my abode? The wrong technician. Replace my appliance twice because each one has been defective? I'm just saying, I'm going to call you out. And this is the last, and mind you, look, mind you, a year ago, you know, I have a little soundboard situation here in the studio. I got a defective soundboard. I didn't say nothing then, but even replacing that was an issue with Best Buy. They were like, well, why don't you sign up for our full tech home service, da-da-da.
F you, Best Buy.
Frustrated. Cassandra, I forget you're a Taurus too. Cassandra says, so true, I'm a Taurus. If a Taurus is speaking out with hundreds of people watching, with thousands of people on social media, please understand, I have gotten to the point of frustration. This is a couple of weeks of dealing with these people. Today, I've hit an all-time just done. Mama Ali says, I'm a Taurus, but I call people out. But I'm sure it takes you it has to come to a point. You don't just call people out, Mama Ali. That's why you're a great moderator, because if you were that type of person, you'd be calling everybody out. No, I'm sure it has to, maybe our levels of frustration are different, but it takes a point. Heather says, in regards to the Beyonce thing, she says, I agree, Empire Art Society cannot shut up and be quiet, not even for Beyonce. Shaking my head. Anyways, I just wanted to share. At first, you know, normally I would never tell you guys any of this stuff. I just deal with it on the low. You know what I mean? I just deal with it, you know, on the low. Maybe I'll tell, you know, exactly. So someone says defective twice. Defective twice. 2 defective appliances sent to my home. Affected us coming live today because I had to wait for this technician who was the wrong technician. Ooh, Conchita says, why was I dealing with them today too? Best Buy, you on my last nerve. And of course, I had to take it to Twitter and their customer service. Well, DM us your issues. I already dealt with your customer service. I'm going to Twitter because I'm frustrated. Anyways, we're supposed to start off the show with some good news, but I had to start off with some frustration. We're going to get better, though. This is our Tuesday Takeover, guys. This is where we cover a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news. All right? All right, so shout out to all of you that are here for us, and I apologize for the time change that we had to do at the last minute, but here we are. Here we are. Lavender says, my grandmother was a Taurus. She will call you out. Well, you know, this is why you need to know your moon and your sun signs, okay? Your moon, your sun, and your rising. It's okay. All right, let me take a sip because... So we did have some breaking news. According to our friends over at OMFG Reality TV, apparently we will see the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer today. So I was hoping that we would see it before I came live, but no. So maybe I will do a separate video talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 13 trailer? Is it season 13? I can't remember now at this point. Deborah says, Best Buy, you fired. I will never buy another product from them. That's on my word. Just saying. All right. In some good news, I was speaking about Beyonce. So Beyonce did announce her film for the Renaissance World Tour will be coming out. I know they said December 1st, but I believe it's actually November 30th. You'll be able to go see it. So I think that's really great news. And also shout out to Blue Ivy. Blue Ivy got really emotional during the last show in Kansas City. Got really emotional. Someone posted a video of Blue Ivy performing on her first night versus her last night. And she's shown so much improvement. People were so critical of Blue Ivy, who's 11 years old, performing in front of thousands of people. I would like to see what you would do if you were up there. You know what I mean? Taurus Moon says, I miss Circus City. They went out of business, right? Damn. We don't have a lot of options when it comes to stuff like that. Anyways, Rain says, I got my tickets. I need to go get my tickets. Deborah says, let's go Garcelle and Sutton. All right. Let's get into some reality TV first before we get into anything else. So, we talk about 90 Day Fiancé. Some of you don't even realize that we cover 90 Day Fiancé. This is when we cover it on our Tuesday Takeover. I did get a chance to see 90 Day The Last Resort. All I have to say about 90 Day The Last Resort, it's exactly what I thought it was going to be and why I said I was not going to watch it. But the only reason that I'm invested is because of Kalani and Asuelo's situation. Because we found out that Asuelo cheated on Kalani when he went to Samoa, apparently got some ST something in his mouth, only to give Kalani a free pass. She took the free pass and ran with it. Now she probably has fallen in love with this other man, only to come to find out the last couple of weeks, this is not the first time that Asuelo has cheated on Kalani. This is not the first time that he's cheated. This man has cheated on her since the beginning of their relationship, even before they were married. And remember, she lost her virginity to him. She has 2 babies by this man. And I never understood the fascination. Well, this week they're talking about how Samoan culture, it's very common for married men to cheat. According to Kalani, her father isn't like that, though. And she thought that he would change being around her father. But no, this man she said he's cheated on her maybe like 10 or 12 times. Do we think that he can change? Nope. I don't think he can change. And I believe Kalani's sister when she says he's done this before. He gets really emotional during the therapy session. The therapist thinks that he has a sex addiction. No, he's just trash. Okay? He's just trash. Okay, I can get it. It's your culture, but you're hurting your wife. She doesn't like this. Again, Kalani, I think if Kalani was like one of our friends, one of our homegirls, I think we would have a good time. But she's a reminder, the people that you think are so strong and that they would never be in a situation like this, look at Kalani. All right? Check on your strong friends. Because I can't believe she's been dealing with this for that man. I'm like, what is his redeeming quality, this man-child? What is his redeeming quality? Does he lay the pipe that well? Ooh, sorry. I can't imagine. You saw when he was doing that little stripper thing last week? That little thing he was doing? I was like, nope. What is your redeeming quality, sir? It's not that voice, not the way you slay. You cheating on me since the beginning of this. What is the redeeming quality of Asuelu? Someone please tell me, because I do not know. I can tell you the redeeming qualities of Kalani. And look, I'm not taking away from Kalani's responsibility of being the life manager of her own life. I'm not going to take away from that. However, I feel for her still. I feel for her. I'm not talking about any of these other couples. And Angela with that braid bonnet that she put on her head this week. I don't care about Michael in the phone or on the iPad. Everyone this season, and you too, Molly, I don't care about your storyline. Leave the man if you're that upset with him. You look like you came into this not wanting to be in this relationship. So why are we even chronicling your situation? Break up. It's done. There's nothing holding you. You guys don't have kids together. Break up. You think he's a scrub? Break up. Break up. But only reason why I watch Last Resort is for Kalani and Asuelu. I want to see how this ends up. And I hope, Kalani, for your sake, you end up leaving this man. I know you have 2 children with him. Co-parenting is possible. Leave this man and get you a new one. Not the one that you cheated with, though. Not that one. He's cute, but no, not that one. Someone fresh and new. And I think Kalani could get it. She's beautiful. She's smart. I love her personality. Just saying. All right. Nicole, I saw this story randomly saw this story. Nicole Crawford says, Kempire, are you watching the TikTok drama of the 2 lesbians, Rashonda and Lasandra? Well, let me tell you something. One of them follows me. Shop, what is it? Shop something is her name. Randomly, because I saw the story. I love her videos. I randomly saw the story because she posted a video. And I'm like, why am I seeing this? And I was like, then I got a little invested. I need to do some more research because it's messy. Because you know I love messy lesbian drama. Come on, community. We know when the lesbians start fighting on social media, it's interesting. I remember the first time that I went to Fire Island. The first fight there that I saw between two lesbians. I'm just saying, the lesbians be fighting. They be fighting. All right. Thank you, Nicole. I am going to get into it. I'm going to get into it. I have to do my research though. I have to do my journalism. Okay. Because I am a journalist. I am kidding. But I got to do my research. Wait, Kay says I'm ready to block them both. What? Is it that bad? Is it that bad? Damn. Okay. Yeah, all these 90 Day Fiancé stars are on TikTok. All right, moving on. Speaking of 90 Day Fiancé folks on TikTok, let's talk about Mary and Brandon.
Lies! The lie!
Mary and Brandon from 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. All I have to say is the latest update this week, they're young and dumb. So he proposes to her this week with the biggest ring. Do I have anything that I could put around pretend this is a ring. He gets her the biggest ring. I got this ring that says I am enough. So they plotted and planned to have a baby together, but she can't get him to work. And she's like, I don't know if I want to marry you. But you're ready to have a child with him? You're ready to plot and plan a child, but not to marry the man? Boy, I should say, because they're very young. And word on the street is that they both were fired for breaking their NDA with 90 Day Fiancé. So they're on TikTok getting your gifts. I mean, well, they need it. The way they were breaking down all of how much they were spending and how much they were in debt from starting this new store, I was just like, y'all are just so... I can't with them. They are so frustrating. But they're young. At least I can say these kids are young. At least I can say that. They're young. But now they're about to have a child together, but she doesn't know if she wants to say if she wants to marry the man. They shouldn't get married. They shouldn't even have a child, but it's too late for the child part. Next week, it seems as if she's like, maybe we don't belong together. Like she's sending him on his way. Okay, fast forward. They're still together in the Philippines. She is emotionally woo. She needs some therapy. The way that she starts getting really emotional over the littlest things, but in all fairness, she is pregnant during this part. Look. So we're talking about, guys, if you're just joining us, 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. This couple finally got married this week. I'm gonna give Holly some grace. I'm gonna give Holly some grace this week because it is her wedding. It is her wedding. She's frustrated. Everything seems to be going wrong. She can't get her eyelashes done because she woke up late for the appointment. I really have nothing to say about Holly and her storyline. I really don't care. I did find it interesting. I completely forgot that they're Jehovah's Witnesses. You know, I grew up a Jehovah's Witness as well. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. So she's like, you know, we don't celebrate a lot of things, but a wedding is a big thing. So she's really into this. So I feel for Holly in this instance. It was like, okay, it's her wedding. It's a big deal for her. You know, if you've gotten married before, I don't know this, but I've heard from people that it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So everything going wrong is annoying to her. And as someone that just got frustrated with Best Buy, I can understand her frustration. Not the same, Kempire. All right. Look, all right. It's big to me. It's a big deal to me. Just saying. Potato to potato. All right. Shout out to everyone watching on TikTok. Thank you guys so much for all the love. Oh, Sister on the Move says that Holly isn't even in South Africa, allegedly. What? Holly is not in South Africa right now? I mean, is she just back visiting family? What is going on? What is going on? Okay. What happened to their story? Kirsten and Julio. He was supposed to move to Amsterdam. What happened to their story? No one cares? All right. Kimberly and TJ, we still have not seen the full-fledged wedding, but apparently she got the bubble guts. She got the bubble guts. And if you've been to India, it happened to me once when I went to India. I've been to India twice. One day, thank God it was only one day, because some people were dealing with bubble guts for multiple days. Okay. Oh. And it doesn't even matter. I was doing like a whole 5-star tour. It doesn't matter. When the bubble guts get you, it's going to get you. All right. So, of course, she has no tact. She already telling her groom to be, her husband to be, that she effing ished her pants. I was like, that is romantic. That's romantic. But I don't see it for this couple. We had one glimmer of, oh, they do love each other last week. That won't last long. But I'm looking forward to the Indian wedding. I love an Indian wedding. Oh my gosh, they do it up. So I look again, bring back Family Karma. We had a gay Indian wedding for the season on Family Karma. The best. I was emotional crying watching that one. Bring back Family Karma. What are you guys doing? Is Family Karma supposed to be at BravoCon? Can someone confirm? I couldn't remember when I looked at the listing. All right. Ebony, you are May 11th, baby, too? Me too. So you already know I do not see it for Kimberly ever since during that little situation where she's dancing where it seems like she's mocking Indian dance. I don't see it for her. I don't think she respects their culture. I don't think you should marry someone that doesn't at least respect your culture. It's one thing not to completely understand it or agree with everything, but someone that doesn't respect your culture, you can't marry that person. At least in my book, I could not marry a person that doesn't respect my culture on some level. Enough not to disrespect it. You know what I mean? I don't see it working for them. Speaking of people that we don't see it working for them, Shekinah and Sepper. 90 Day Fiance, do you think your audience is stupid? She literally says in her confessional that he can't train women. First of all, we already knew that was a deal breaker in our heads. Like, girl, is that a realistic thing for you to say? That this man who makes his living training people can't train women? Can't kiss women on the cheek? Okay, maybe something like that, but that's cultural too. Certain cultures, you're kissing multiple cheeks. Not those kind of cheeks. Get your mind out the gutter. Get your mind out the gutter. So, of course, they set up a situation. He brings her to the gym. He has a client that he's going to train. Of course, the client that shows up is a woman that looks just like Shekinah, but better.
Lies.
Not better. Come on. Beautiful woman arrives. And I was like, okay, was this a scheme that Todd set up for the BS? Bringing this woman here? I was like, this is ridiculous. It's like we could see right through it. But the bigger issue here that I've been said about this couple, Shekinah and Sepper, is that he's very controlling to the point where he's like, what are you wearing? The makeup, you need to fix your makeup. He doesn't want to post her on social media. He's claimed to have slept with over 2,500. Like, the red flags are slapping us all in the face. Okay? He's a walking red flag. He doesn't want to post her on social media. Then he posts her on social media, but Instagram story, which only lasts for 24 hours. I can't with this couple, because we already know that this couple is not real. This is not going to work. I mean, first of all, when I say not real, I mean, I believe that they are into each other. However, they are so fake looking. Did you guys see his dance moves? Because he used to be a dancer. Not that kind of dancer, like a stripper. He used to be a dancer. And I've always said male strippers cannot dance. They cannot dance. And he proved my point. And why was he so out of breath for these moves? Why was he so out of breath? And you are a trainer? Why were you that out of breath, sir? 90 Day Fiancé, I'm losing hope in you guys because you think that we're dumb. I'm not falling for it. I'm done with it. Thank God we did not see any of these couples this week, but Danielle and Johan will be back next week. And the way he reads her in the car, I don't have a car, I don't have a house. He's like, I don't have a child. And she's just sitting there like this because she's refusing to get him a visa to come to the United States. I already told you, if you saw my separate video talking about her alleged bankruptcy where she owes $80,000 over to Easy Pass, why she has left the States. She's trying to live a better life outside. Remember, she's from New York. And I know someone that went to school with her. I know someone that went to school with her. And they're not surprised by her antics. They're not surprised by her antics at all. So I guess she's always been like this. But we'll get back to them next week because we have a lot to cover. So let's move on from 90 Day Fiancé to the 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days. Tell all. Has the 90 Day Fiancé, the original show, started yet? I know we saw the trailer, or it should be starting very soon. Okay, so the 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 days tell all part 2 and the final part. This is the first time that they had a live audience, and I'm so mad that I missed it. Why did I get that email? I would have went, and you would have seen all my reactions in the audience like, what? They missed out on an opportunity. I could have been there like, would have edited it all out. All right. I just want to talk about Tyree. Tyree, first of all, he is so... Tyree, woo, Tyree. The fact that you conducted this relationship with this man and you thought it was a woman for multiple years, something's not right with Tyree. But I'm going to put that to the side. I love the fact that he's not trying to get into a relationship. We love the way that they ended his story this past season because he was like, you know what? I'm going to work on myself before I get into something. And he said that again during the tell all. But to find out he went to Trinidad, right? It was Trinidad he went to. He went to Trinidad to meet this young lady, but that was actually a man. Well, the producers recorded a call with this man talking about he was not interested in Tyree at all. It was only about the money. He went and picked up. Tyree literally went to a location to drop off money, a phone, I think clothes too, in Trinidad when he was there and did not meet this person. But the person was watching him drop the stuff off. That was scary. Oh, Barbados. Thank you, Sis on the Move. So you went all the way to Rihanna's island. Went all the way to Rihanna's island and went to drop off money, clothes, and a phone. Not even meeting this person. I would have wrote them off then. Because obviously you're only interested in my money. You're not interested in me. And the man was sitting in the car watching Tyree do this. I felt bad for him because that man could have killed him for all we know. And I felt for Tyree when they played the audio and he called Tyree dumb. I mean, he could have said less than smart. Come on. He could have said less than smart because Tyree, I have to agree on some level. That was very less than smart. You did this for 5 years. And I don't believe that he only sent like $2,000, $3,000. In 5 years, he definitely sent more than $2,000 or $3,000 to this person. Chocolate Soul, I agree. Tyree could have been unlived. That was scary. And they brought the producer out that was producing Tyree's scene. And she talked about her interactions with this catfish. Woo, Tyree. Christian and let's talk about Christian and Chloe. Here's the thing. I hate to defend Christian, but I felt like all of these people weighing in on Christian's relationship when you guys have nothing. And that's the funny part about these tell-alls when everyone's weighing in on everyone else's relationship and you have the worst relationship. I feel like at least Christian and Chloe might make it work. I feel like they've been gaslighting Christian for being overly friendly. I have not seen anything so far of Christian's behavior that I'm like, oh, he's cheating. Oh, you know, I don't feel like he's necessarily cheating. I think there are people that are just very gregarious. I do feel like there are people that are just that personality. And for someone like Chloe, who is autistic, I can see how that might be uncomfortable for her. But he shouldn't have to change who he is for someone else. And I feel like the entire cast were trying to gaslight him like he was doing something so bad. And I'm looking at the rest of y'all, I'm like, y'all, Gino and Jasmine, y'all need to sit down and be quiet. Y'all need to sit down and be quiet. Just saying. I felt like they were gaslighting him. But I will say this, Christian. Your proposal was whack. He's like, well, I was wondering if you will marry me. And Riley, if you don't shut up. Where's Riley's picture? Where is Riley? Oh, here we go. Riley, he had a lot to say about Christian. And everybody else's relationship. How about you worry about the woman that's over there faking that she's pregnant? Look, I said it. You guys really believe that that Violet was pregnant? And of course, it's not okay because you know she claims that she lost the baby. I don't believe it. This man said that he's on medication where it's like a 1% chance that someone could get pregnant. And on the one time that they ever had sex, she got pregnant. I don't trust her. I didn't trust her before that. He obviously didn't trust her either. Remember, he hired an investigator. But Riley is chiming in on Christian and Chloe. Mind your business. Jasmine, mind your business. You have a whole ex tape with your ex, which I do believe you slept with while you've been with Gino. Mind your business. They talked about the prenup with them too this week. I don't care about Jasmine and Gino. They're going to be on 90 Day Fiancé, the regular show. So I feel like they're not going to divulge too much in this tell-all anyway. And we don't believe their relationship regardless. But Christian, elephant brain's working. That proposal was whack. But Chloe was like, oh my God. She was happy. So you know what? I actually see them making it more than any of the other couples there besides our boy David. David and Sheila. But they got some bad news. Everyone in the audience, on the set, on the cast got really emotional finding out if they got married in the Philippines, it might take like 4 or 5 years before he could bring her back to America. So he has applied for the K-1 visa to bring her over here. And that could take like 2 years. One of our friends, you know, Morgan Talks, a fellow content she's been on the podcast. I remember when she told us on the podcast, you know, her fiance, who's now here. Congrats, Morgan. But we did that interview with her probably like 2 years ago. And she talked about her fiance and trying to get him here. And mind you, he's coming. Well, is he? I don't know his legal situation, but certain countries, our immigration treats very differently when it comes to the K-1 visa. Certain countries, look at Michael, Nigeria. Michael ain't coming to the United States. They need to let that go and let that relationship go. Michael and Angela. They treat certain countries very differently, and they get away with it because they have the free reign to decide who comes and who doesn't. So I'm sad for David, but at the same time, you know, I kind of looked at Sheila with the side eye. They did update us that David was able to pay to get the family's home fixed and things like that. But I also told you I had an aha watching this particular relationship, and I said it is a privilege to fall in love for love. You know what I mean? It is a privilege for some of us. Because some people do have to get married for a circumstance. And I'm not saying that's necessarily here. I just don't know if I 100% believe it. Look, I don't know if I 100% believe it. Damn. Okay, sidebar. Amanda and Rosvin, they broke up, but apparently he's coming here to the United States and he asked her to stay with her, but only come to find out at the end of the 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 Days Tell All. Oh, Anuli says on our TikTok, she says, I'm Nigerian and my uncle got denied for this visa last year. See, they treat certain countries very differently. But Amanda says she's talking to someone else, but she hasn't told Rosvin. I saw Rosvin and Amanda possibly working out, but remember, she was dealing with a lot. We got to see her true colors during the show, and I can see why it didn't necessarily work out for them. But apparently, they're still friends. They're still friends. LaSoul says, Jasmine looks like she had some work done. Violet was pregnant like I was, and I'm going through menopause. I'm rooting. I didn't get to see the end. They got cut off. Sorry about that. I don't see it for any of them. The only couple that I see it for, and I wish them well, is David and Sheila. Apparently, Violet and Riley, they're going to meet up because he still has hope for this relationship. He has still hope for this relationship. He has a feeling that something might work out for them. I don't trust her as far as I can throw her. Let me say thank you. Julie, thank you so much for always supporting the channel and sending in super chats when you don't have to, but we appreciate it. Julie says, I can't with Shekinah. He's too controlling. Yeah, I agree. Controlling the way she looks. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's cheating on her, to be honest with you. Julie, thank you for another super chat. Julie says, Amanda was the worst. Her true colors came out. I agree. We saw a whole new side to Amanda and the Rosvin situation, more so Amanda than Rosvin. Julie, thank you so much for another super chat. Julie says, wish an experienced attorney in Omaha would help. Oh, in regards to the David and Sheila situation, is that where David lives? I really like David. I really do. I wish him the best. And I appreciate him sharing and I appreciate the producers sharing David's experience on the show. To me, it was actually really cool to see the editing and how they edited David, because he's deaf, his experience. All right. Moving on. Let's move on just because we have a lot to cover during our Tuesday Takeover. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is where we cover a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news. All right. We will be adding the timestamps after today's live. If you missed it, we did post a story earlier today about Tamar Braxton. Do I have my Tamar picture up here? I don't think I do. Let me do this. Hold on, y'all, because I want to. Okay, I can do this. So Tamar Braxton. So Tamar went on her social media yesterday to address her ex, Jeremy Robinson, who she met on the reality show, competition show, Queen's Court. And she decided to go on her YouTube live to briefly talk about it. So I did a video earlier today and I showed you the video and I talked about what he said. He basically went on his Instagram to confirm that he broke up with Tamar and that he was looking for more positive energy in his life. I'm paraphrasing. Go watch the video to see the full statement. Only come to find out, a part of in his statement, he says, I wasn't in for reality TV. They reached out to me multiple times, only for Holly Robinson Peete, who was a host, along with Rodney, her husband, of Queen's Court, to come to throw him under the bus and say, yeah, we did not reach out to you 3 times to be on the show. And you seem like the most prepared of all the kings to be on this show. So I love that Holly Robinson Peete got into the mess. So Holly got into the mess. Tamar did not get into the mess. Tamar took the high road for once and basically said that she's hurt. She's very hurt about the situation, but she's focused on greener pastures. These are my words. Because she's working on her Love and War tour. Tickets are now available. She's doing a whole celebration of her album, Love and War. And she's been doing well. She even added a Los Angeles date. I was happy that she handled it the way that she did, but I was like, I'm just going to hold my breath because, you know, Tamar will handle a thing and be like, I've changed, everything's good. And all of a sudden, Tay comes out. All of a sudden, Tay comes out. So I don't know what happened with this couple, but I will say I had no idea that they had a YouTube channel with like over 60,000 subscribers. Over 60,000 subscribers. A lot of you said that you had been watching it and you really loved them together. Some of you saw this coming a mile away. I did too, especially if you watched Queen's Court. They had this YouTube channel that they literally just posted on 2 weeks ago. He's saying that he doesn't want to talk about their private space. Do you think that they could end up getting back together? Do you want them to get back together? Remember, they got engaged on Queen's Court, and I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Maybe. Who knows? So we did a report on that earlier today, so be sure to check that out if you missed it. All right, moving on to some more pop culture news. Tupac. So I did not get a chance to do a separate video, and this is why I love doing Tuesday Takeover, because this is where we get an opportunity to talk about some hot topics that we haven't gotten an opportunity to talk about. So you know the unliving of Tupac has been unsolved for many years. You may have been following multiple stories where there were search warrants sent out, someone's home was searched. Well, recently an arrest was made. All right. So according to our friends over at USA Today, they said 2 years prior to his passing, Shakur was wounded in a... Oh, wait, hold on. I'm reading the wrong thing. Hold on. There we go. Okay, they're just giving us the timeline. They said a recent arrest in the investigation of rap icon Tupac Shakur's passing signals a major breakthrough in the long unsolved killing. A Nevada grand jury indicted Dwayne Keefe D. Davis in Shakur's passing. Prosecutors announced in court this past Friday, charging Davis with this murder with the use of a deadly, you know what, in the passing of the rapper. Up until Davis's indictment, no arrests had been made in the last 27 years. The investigation into Shakur's passing started on September 7th, 1996, but it, quote, is far from over, said Kevin McHale, sheriff of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, during a press conference last week. He says it has taken countless hours, really decades of work by the men and women of our homicide section to get to where we are today. Damn. I saw a clip of audio of Suge Knight. You know, remember Suge Knight was the head of Death Row Records. He was, I'm going to say, friends with Tupac Shakur, but there have been rumors that people feel like this was a setup and that maybe Suge Knight allegedly might have been behind it. Well, Suge, in a jailhouse interview, it might be, Suge, look, it's kind of feeling like you know something and maybe you may have been involved. Allegedly. So I saw the story and I said, we need to talk a little bit about it. It's very complicated. Like I said before, 27 years for them to even make this arrest. When Keefe D has spoken about these particular details years before, even put it in his book. Exactly, Crystal. This is why I'm like, is this real justice? Crystal says Tupac's mother isn't even alive to see the real justice, but Tupac does have family that is still alive that probably at least will be able to see justice now. Exactly. Julie says that he's been talking for years and nothing. Now, 27 years later, they arrested him, but happy. It's true. It makes you wonder, is this for other gain? You know what I mean? Political gain? Is it for something else? I don't know. You know what Mama Tech says? Suge Knight is Beetlejuice. Don't say his name. I already said it too many times already. And he says that Suge was in the car with Tupac. Yeah, we know. There's literally we've seen the photo many times right before Tupac's life was taken away. RHOA reminds us that Tupac's sister is still alive, so she could see justice in regards to this. It's a sad situation, but also at the same time, you know, now people are throwing Diddy's name into a situation that maybe he had some involvement, allegedly. Again, this whole East Coast, West Coast thing got too real when it did, because then two people ended up losing their lives. Two very talented people losing their lives. Exactly. Julie says that Suge staying quiet because he probably was involved. I mean, if you listen to the audio, I believe it may have been on the Shade Room Instagram, that where they had the audio of Suge Knight talking about the recent arrest. And to me, his take on the whole situation, kind of downplaying it, made me go like, after Keefe D has said multiple times, like he has incriminated himself multiple times. Like, who does that? Who does that? Judy says, after going on Vlad's channel, he gets arrested. I don't know. We're going to continue to follow this story, but like I said before, I haven't had a chance to report on the Tupac investigation that's been going on. Most recently with the most recent arrest of Keefe D. There's just more to it, because like I said, he's been talking, this guy, and they just decided to arrest him. Good point. Look, I'm just going to raise this up. Look. Miranda says, don't believe nothing this man says. I know. All right, let's move on. Okay, let's move on. We're going to continue to follow it, though, so stay tuned. We might talk about it here or in a separate video. If you want me to talk about it in a separate video, let me know in the comment section. Replay crew, as always, be sure to let us know where you're watching from and your thoughts on any of what we've covered during our Tuesday Takeover. Let's move on to another story in regards to... where are my notes? Okay, let's move on to Taylor Swift. Oh, God. KNN loading. Hold on, y'all. Taylor Swift. So Taylor Swift is allegedly, I'm just going to say allegedly for some reason, I don't know, Travis Kelce from the Chiefs. So I was live on Instagram last night, and you guys got me fully up to date on who the hell is Travis Kelce. Because the only thing I knew about Travis Kelce is that he had a bunch of black women that he dated before. Okay? Beautiful black women that he dated before. And he looked so much better when he had the beard. Now he's dating Taylor. He's gotten rid of the beard. He's just got a mustache. Here's the thing. Taylor went from dating. Remember, she was just dating some other guy that said problematic things about black women? Remember that guy she was dating briefly? And then when it came out, those things that he said, she was just like, new guy. And now all of a sudden she's dating a man. I don't believe this relationship at all. Now she's dating this man that's dated multiple black women. And she's so public with it. You're already going to his football games. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me on how public she is with this new guy. That you had to just start dating this man because you were just dating another man a couple of months ago. And there's nothing wrong with dating. Don't get me wrong. She should date as many people as Lori Harvey. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. The issue for me is that, okay, you always asking for privacy. You don't want people talking about your relationship. First of all, even if she wasn't a public person, you know how some of y'all start posting up the new person that you're dating after you've been with them for a week? I'm not that type of person. I might post you on my social media after a year. Okay, maybe not after a year. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not willy-nilly posting people that, you know what I mean? Because then you look crazy, because then when you break up in a month and you posting the next guy, you know what I mean? But do I believe that this is a real relationship? No, because now people are talking about Travis Kelce than before. And I know he's won the what was it? The Super Bowl. There we go. And apparently he was on Saturday Night Live. I didn't know. But now that he's crossed over into the Taylor Swift world, he's become a bigger name. So very much like, okay, who was the other relationship that I can think off the top of my head that's not real? That I don't believe is real. Oh, Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. I never believed that relationship was real. I didn't. So I believe that this Taylor Swift situation is just that. Just to sort of kind of get his name into the pop arena. I think this was a PR situation that was set up. Okay? Taurus Moon said, hold on, Taurus Moon. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Yeah. Taylor, you might be the problem. I don't know how. I get it. Taylor, you don't need the PR. He needs the PR more than you. You are hugely famous. You don't need to, maybe you feel like it helps your music or your career on some level, but I don't believe this relationship at all. To me, it kind of makes me look at Taylor in another way. The same way that I look at Megan Good and that Jonathan Majors situation. Oh, thank you, Nayeli. She says Bad Bunny and Kendall. Again, the contract is signed. I don't believe that relationship either. I just don't like when people play with their relationships like that in real life. Do you ever really want to have a real relationship? Why are you playing with these relationships? I do not believe in this, and he will be back. Look. Come on, he will be back. Travis, you will be back. I don't blame you. Look, hold on, where's the ex-girlfriends? Travis will be back. Look at these beautiful black women that he dated. And now he's with Taylor? It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. I don't believe it. And I won't believe it. No, even if they get married, I wouldn't believe it. Sidebar, there's a podcaster that got in trouble. He says that he wants to see an X tape of them, and that's the only way that he would believe that this was a real relationship. Okay, you are going too far, sir. So now he's getting slammed for saying like that. I don't need to see any of that. I already see Taylor Swift for who she really is. Don't come for me, Swifties. I still like her, though. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. But here's the thing. You can like someone, but also call them out on their BS. You can also call them out on their BS. Ooh, Golden says, no, stay over there, Travis. We good. Travis is not a bad looking guy, but if he comes back on over to this side, he needs to grow that beard back. Grow that beard back, sir. All right? Grow that beard back. Beautiful women that he's dated. And Taylor's a beautiful woman too, but very much like the Sesame Street song goes, one of these things are just not like the other. One of these things are just not like the other. Ooh. All right. All right. Moving on. Let's get back into some reality TV talk. But before we do that, guys, we're going to take a quick little intermission. Very quick. I've been drinking a lot of water. All right, let's do that. And then we'll get into some super chats. And then we will get into Big Brother season 24 and season 25. I know a lot of you have been asking me to talk about Love is Blind season 5. I have not been able to get into it fully. Only watched one episode. So stay tuned. Next week, I should be fully up to date with Love is Blind. But I am fully up to date with Below Deck Mediterranean. So we're going to talk about that after the break. So let's take a little bit of a break and I'll be right back, y'all. Look, we're back. All right. Shout out to our moderators, guys. We could not do this without our moderators. Our moderators have been with us a very long time. They ride with us. I'm not just saying that. They really show up and show out for me. Shout out to them on TikTok and those of you watching on YouTube. We appreciate them so much. Okay. Roro says, I need Kemp to put a commercial about coldest water on loop. Don't give me ideas. But no, it's coming. All right. Anyways, guys, welcome back to Tuesday Takeover. I'm your boy, the Kempire, and this is the Kempire YouTube channel. We're also live on the Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live on Twitch and Twitter, and we're live behind the scenes on TikTok. If you're not following on TikTok, you're missing out. You're missing out. After the live, we will be posting the timestamps. Thank you to our mods that are holding us down, and they will be providing the timestamps after the live, so I'll be posting it then, okay? So stay tuned for that. All right, Below Deck. Let's talk about Below Deck Med. All right, Below Deck Med, I have not watched all of the past seasons. However, you know, I am somewhat up to date in regards to, I know some of the stuff, okay? So I watched episode 1 and 2. It premiered last week. I'm fully up to date. And I love the fact that we are getting a Below Deck Down Under crossover. Toomey is actually the Chief Stew this season. Toomey is the only black person on the cast. We have the chef, Jack. I don't remember everyone's name, so bear with me because I just watched it last night. But our boy Luca, remember Luca from this last season of us recapping Below Deck Down Under? So both Luca and Toomey were recommendations from Captain Jason, and Captain Sandy really respects his recommendations. And because of, what's his name, Ruin? I did see this story last week or a couple of weeks ago that he was let go because he forged his documents. He forged his documents, allegedly. Look, allegedly. Here's the thing. If you recall his story on how he came up, he came up with like nothing. He's from South Africa. He came up with nothing. I think that this is how he sort of like forged his way. He sort of like scammed his way into like the yachting world. And I think he may have gotten away with it. But why would you come on reality TV not thinking that they're going to double check everything? He went to meet with Captain Sandy and was sweating bullets. Because she was like, I don't believe this man in this mess. I don't believe this man in the mess. So he ends up leaving after episode 1 because he forged his documents, called Captain Sandy with a lie. So say, this is going to be the end of the road for me because of, they can't get my documents in time. And Captain Sandy like, wasn't your friend sending documents? Yeah, I told them not to send them. Blah, blah, blah. Lies. I think he really had gotten away with these forged documents a while. Luca was like, this is like you showing up with your driver, you giving a copy of your driver's license to a police officer. That's what he basically had brought as his documentation. And he was supposed to be the bosun, this guy. Well, apparently, Luca has the skill set to be a bosun, and Captain Sandy was just like, you're going to be the bosun. But he just wants to party. He doesn't want the responsibility. Remember his experience, though. He worked like as an engineer on these yachts. All right. So he's now the bosun and a Scorpio. We loved Luca. I like Luca. He's a mess. But I like the fact that he's upfront with being a mess. Like he's not secretive. You know what I mean? About, this is the only thing that I'm interested in. And apparently he's interested in, Natalia, who was a chief stew before, and now she's just sort of temporary chief stew until Toomey comes in because Toomey was having some immigration issues. So far, only episode 1 and 2. Not bad. Not bad so far. I love the fact that the deck crew right now is just Luca and 2 women. I like to see it. It's different. And we have a chief stew, a black chief stew. Is this the first time we've had a black chief stew? And we already know about the yachting world. That's not common. So Toomey, she comes in, but here's the thing. Toomey was already sort of like, tainted by the other stew that's having immigration issues. that's had issues with Natalia before. So he was already putting stuff in Tumi's ear. So I'm sort of like, Tumi, you really should have came at Natalia with an open mind and open heart and not base your opinions off of someone else. So I didn't love that. But we only got to see Tumi a little bit in this last episode. But she's finally there and she's like, I don't like the organization of the yacht. And it becomes like a heated exchange between her and Natalia. I didn't love it. I didn't love it. I didn't love that off the bat, because I feel like Tumi was using that information that she got from someone else and judging Natalia before you sort of like judged her for yourself. You know what I mean? I didn't love that, Tumi. But I'm still rooting for Tumi because, like I said, I think she's the first black chief stew that we've had on Below Deck across the franchise. And if you remember from Down Under, she definitely is promising. Like, she's definitely good at her job, and I want to see her succeed. Like, I'm rooting for her. But you know, I'm not familiar with Natalia, so Natalia might be a problem. But you see how I'm coming in? This is how Tumi should have came in. I don't know her. I'm going to keep an open mind. I'm not going to base it off of what anyone says about her. But it's going to be a good season. And we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to say. Captain Sandy is Captain Sandy. I like her and then I don't like her. Look, I like her some days. I like her. Like, to me, I understand why she's been there as long as she has. Congratulations to Captain Sandy. She just got engaged to her longtime partner. Congratulations, Captain Sandy. But that's all I have for Below Deck Med. The season's just beginning. You know, I'm never really interested when they go out and party. I don't care about any of that stuff. I love the technical stuff. When one of the deck crew had to go swim under the boat just to figure something, I was like, they have to have a real skill set to be on this reality show. That's why it's such an issue if the bosun is lying about his credentials. She said everyone could be arrested if they go out with him. Bye. Bye. Uh-oh. Deborah says Natalia is a big problem and a backstabber. So you guys have been watching. I'm coming in with an open mind. So far, I have not seen that of Natalia, but we shall see. I'm waiting for the other stew to come because he looked like he is messy. Looks like he's messy. Hey, Tess. Tess says, I agree, Kempire. I don't always like Captain Sandy's decisions, but I have immense respect for her. Yeah. I mean, she has to do what she has to do. And we got familiar with Captain Sandy when she filled in for Captain Lee on Below Deck this past season. Oh, Rita says, Captain Sandy is horrible at her job. I like the older man better. Didn't he die? Right? He died recently. Because I did watch season 1 of Below Deck Med. Okay. All right. I just wanted to talk briefly about it. I'm sure as the season goes on, we will talk more about Below Deck Med, but we've added it to our list of shows that we talk about during our Tuesday Takeover. You know, I've been watching Big Brother, season 24, where Taylor Hale wins. I briefly spoke about it on our podcast, the latest episode. I talked about some of what I've been watching. I have some more thoughts. Look, I have some more thoughts. Oh my goodness. Do I have any? I don't have any pictures here. Damn it. It's all right. It's all right. Here are my thoughts for Big Brother season 24 before we get into season 25. The edited show versus the live feeds. I'm glad I'm not watching the live feeds, but I get it. There's a lot of context that you miss in regards to how they treated Taylor throughout the season and the amount of bullying that was going on with her. I'm glad, with at least within the episodes I'm in now, that Paloma's gone. Marissa is gone. I just watched the episode where they voted out Indy. I don't understand why. This was when Taylor was the HOH. I don't know why she chose Indy as a person to get rid of. Indy for me wasn't a threat. Terrence was more of a threat. Alyssa is more of a threat. I don't understand why they decided that week to vote out Indy. I think sometimes they vote to get out people that are just, that they live with, that are annoying. I was so happy to see Daniel gone. I was happy to see Nicole gone. Daniel, the way he spoke to Taylor, when he thought that she was gaslighting Nicole, I was like, Disgusting. And then Terrence wanted to be friends with Daniel. It told me everything that I needed to know about Terrence. I want Terrence gone too. I'm on the episode where Terrence is now one of the HOHs when they split, where they have HOH. They have two HOHs that week and they have split games. Michael is a threat. Like, he's playing a serious game. He's won multiple HOHs and vetoes. He's a threat. And obviously we know he doesn't win, but and I've been wanting him and Taylor to sort of like come together. Don't tell me who makes it to the final three. Okay. Kyle, I understand for entertainment purposes, they love to have showmances and things like that. But if you're really trying to win $750,000, F you and your showmance. But Kyle is really allowing this showmance with this woman, Alyssa, who apparently has my person at home and you know about it. And now how are you someone's girlfriend when you got my person at home? Just asking for the friend. The friend is us. Like, you can't trust her. If she's doing this to her person at home, what is she going to do to you in this game? They should have sent Alyssa home, not Indy. Alyssa should have been the first one sent home, if not Terrence. I like watching it though. It's even if you know the ending of the season, it's interesting to see how we get to the point where Taylor wins. I like Taylor. I think Taylor is funny. I didn't love some of her moves so far in the game, but what do I know? She ends up winning. I could not play Big Brother. It is emotionally taxing because you are playing an emotional game, a social game. Hold on. What did I just do? Hold on, y'all. What was that? Hold on. Let me see if I can zoom out. Ooh, what was that? I don't know why I did that. Let me fix that. Let me see if I can fix it. Because that was weird. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can fix it. I don't know why I did that. My camera. It's all right, though. Someone says that Taylor's a Sagittarius. I mean, you could tell from her personality. All right, let me just say thank you while I figure out what happened with my my camera, why it froze like that. Hold on, y'all. Let me just see something here. Okay. I don't know what that was. I'm gonna have to fix it after live. We have a live show, so let me just say thank you because we did get quite a few super chats. Hold on, let me move this out just a tad. I'm a little too close here. A little too close. There we go. All right. See what happens when you have a live show? All right, guys. Let me say thank you, Jessica. Thank you so much for the super chat. Jessica says, "Oh no, thank you just for the super chat." Thank you, Jessica, for the super chat. Hold on. Sharon, thank you so much for the super chat. Sharon says they are not dating. Who's not dating? In regards to Taylor and Travis. Jessica, thank you so much for another super chat. Jessica says, I went to high school and elementary school with Travis Kelce. He has never dated a white woman. He's definitely doing this to build his brand. Oh, really? Jessica says that I went to high school and elementary school with Travis Kelce. He's never dated a white woman. He's definitely doing this to build his brand. Look, that is interesting. Okay. Thank you, Jessica, for the tea. We appreciate it. Sharon, thank you so much for another super chat. You wanted to clarify Travis and Taylor are not dating. Thank you. Kelly, thank you so much for the super chat. Kelly sent another super chat. Kelly says he definitely needs the beard back in regards to Travis. You guys are hilarious. All right. Julie, thank you so much for another super chat. Julie says allegedly Swifties are threatening exes of Travis. I wouldn't be surprised. You already know how these fan bases can get. Hold on. Let me go back here. There we go. Exactly. Thank you for the tea. Gossip in the News says, oh, never dated a wife. I mean, he seems to have a pattern. He seems to have a pattern, which is fine. All right, moving on. Claire says the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer dropped. Yes, I mean, we can't watch it here live, y'all. Copyright reasons. Stay tuned. I will check it out after the live, and then, of course, I will post my thoughts. All right? Rosanna says, why can't they just be friends? True. You got a point. I like it when people share a different perspective. You never know. They could just be friends. Didn't he leave her house in the middle of the night? Okay, never mind. Okay. Like the next morning? Okay. I mean, they could still just be friends. I mean, look, I think that's all for... Maybe they are friends and they're doing this and they're playing along with the whole dating situation, Taylor and Travis, for us to talk about them and make us know who the hell Travis Kelce is. And I know Sportsnistas, you know who he is. I did not. All right. I did not. All right. Speaking of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer. So first of all, shout out to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. They have dropped their trailer, but also we found out that we can expect their new season to start on October 25th. Sutton said this during a recent stopover at Teresa Giudice's podcast, confirming that although people think that they're going to have a terrible season, she said, no, the season's actually really, really good. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know how we're going to say something's boring until we watch it. All right. Oh, see Bacchus. Did you? I haven't seen it yet. If you heard my voice, it probably was. Okay. I haven't watched it yet. All right. You guys will let me know if you heard my voice. All right. Go watch that trailer, y'all. All right. Hold on. Let me just see something. All right. Moving along. All right. So yes, Beverly Hills trailer would come out. Came out, and the season should be starting on October 5th, even though we originally thought it was November 1st. Maybe the trailer tells us. We shall see. All right. Moving on from there, Jessel. So Jessel from the Real Housewives of New York said this on Watch What Happens Live.
Okay, I think Bethenney Frankle is going off the rails, and
Hey, Justine.
I'm gonna agree with you. Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers.
I'm just scoot on over and let you whack him. Get him again. Get him for me.
So if you follow me on TikTok or any of those other platforms, then you already know I've already spoken a little bit about Jessel and her saying that she feels like Bethenny Frankel is overrated. And I've said already, she has a right to her opinion, Jessel. I just feel like she was doing this because she feels like, she was like brown-nosing Andy Cohen. She was brown-nosing Andy Cohen. And I don't believe that we could say a lot about Bethenny Frankle. We could say a whole lot about Bethenny Frankle. A lot. Past and present. However, overrated as a housewife? No. I can't agree with that. It felt like Jessel is feeling herself. Jessel, you guys have hyped her up to believe that she is a lot more popular than she actually is. You've hyped her up to make her believe that she's actually a better housewife than she actually is. Jessel, you don't even come an inch close to the level of a housewife that Bethenny was. You don't even come an inch close. I know Twitter has hyped you up to be like, oh, Jessel is so great. She's mother. No, she's not. And I've said I don't mind Jessel a part of this cast. But she's definitely not mother. She definitely is not mother. She would never have survived the early years of Roni. Exactly. Kay says, and he would drop her like a bad habit off the show. Come on, girl. And they're auditioning for new housewives. And that's the thing. Angie says, I don't care for Bethenny at all. Look, there are a lot of people that don't care for Bethenny. And I don't think you have to care for Bethenny to understand what she has brought to Roni and what she has brought to the franchise overall. You don't have to agree with anything that Bethenny has said recently, past or present. But she would never be in my consideration as an overrated housewife. No. If anything, Jessel, you're overrated right now. Just saying. Just saying. But that's my opinion. Excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. I'm gonna cough in your ear. All right. Moving along. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Guys, we're almost at 500 likes. We have almost 900 people watching on multiple platforms. Yes, we had a little bit of a glitch in our live show, but it happens. You know, if you've been here long enough, you know, every once in a blue, 99% of the time, everything goes smoothly. But every once in a while, something might go off. But at least we can still put on the show. We didn't have to end the live, but that's happened before. All right. But we've moved on. We've moved on. All right. So where do I want to go from here? All right. We talked about a lot already so far. Oh, let's backtrack. Let me talk about Big Brother season 23. Let's talk about Big Brother season 23 because we're going to lay off Julie Chen this week. Did you guys notice that Suri feels as if like she's lost her fire for the game ever since Jared was kicked out officially? Like he got a second chance to come back, but he went up against Cameron and lost. Cameron is back in the game. Cameron was told by Jared to protect Suri. Of course, he's not going to protect her. But right now, he has chosen Felicia and Mimi to kick out this week. And I'm so glad that Felicia has not been kicked out up to this point because she really has added some humor and funny to Big Brother that I enjoy. I really do enjoy seeing her. Suri, you know I love me some Suri, but she's become a little bit of a... like she's not fun to watch. She's not fun to watch. Now that her son is out, I feel like her son Jared really messed up her game. But at the end of the day, that's been her choice. She's now have to figure out, she's got to get out of that mindset that she's gone. You're trying to win $750,000. Focus. Oh, see? ADV says, Suri is defeated. You can tell on the feed. She's ready to go. Girl, $750,000 is on the line. Oh, thank you, Mama Allie. I mean, season 25. Talking about the latest season. But you already know I talked about season 23 with the cookout. But yeah, season 25. We're talking about the latest season. Mama Allie's keeping the notes. Okay. All right. So... oh, Greg says Suri is used to 39 days on Survivor. This is too long for her. This is long. They spend what, like 3 months? If you're lucky, 3 months? Yeah, Red, I agree. Red said Suri needs to manipulate Cameron and play with him. Cameron is a good player. I don't know if it's that easy to manipulate Cameron. He's a really good player. I really wanted to see Corey get out of here, but if one of them wins the veto this week, Felicia, I don't want Felicia to go. I don't want to see Felicia to go. Who do you guys want to see season 25 of Big Brother? You know, I came in, the only reason why I even started watching was because Suri was coming on. And then, of course, they said her son was going to be there, and I'm like, I don't know how I feel about him. I don't know who I want to win at this point. I like Matt. I really do like Matt. I just don't know where his alliances lie. Mimi, social game she has to work on. I mean, her physical aspect too. She hasn't won anything. But she sort of kind of lay under the, you know, she's not in everyone's eyesight until this week. Damn it, Wendy, no spoilers. So Cam is probably going to keep the... Damn. But I agree with Cameron with getting rid of Felicia, though. I agree with Cameron getting Felicia out because Felicia You saw how she was ready to throw Surrey under the bus already. She has no loyalty, and I get it. That's the game. But her of all the people, even if she made it to the final two, I don't think people would vote for her because they were like, damn. Like, damn. All right. TikTok, keep tapping your screens. Everyone watching, be sure to like the video if you haven't already. We're talking about the latest season of Big Brother. But this is also our Tuesday Takeover where we cover a variety of pop culture news and reality TV as well. All right. And yes, guys, I do know that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer has dropped. So be sure to check that out. We haven't been able to watch it because it dropped while we were here live. All right. But I will stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right. Okay. Ooh, Red Summer says Felicia or Mimi can go. If I had to pick between Mimi or Felicia, honestly, for entertainment value, I would keep Felicia and get rid of Mimi. Because I find Felicia more entertaining and more interesting to watch than Mimi. To be honest with you. Just my thoughts on entertainment. But it's interesting to watch how this season's playing out. I don't really have someone that I'm rooting for to win. I really wanted Surrey to win, but she's been such a drag these last couple of episodes. And I'm just like, just send her home. The fact that your son has left has taken the game out of you. I'm just like, just send her home. Just send her home. I wouldn't mind if Matt won. I wouldn't mind if Jag won. Who else? Honestly, if Cameron won, I wouldn't mind it because he's actually played a stellar game. I wouldn't mind if he won. I don't like him as a person, but I also don't feel like he's betrayed people to the point where they wouldn't vote for him. Anyone else? Maybe. Greg says that we need Mama Fee in the jury house because she's pure entertainment. Do they do live feeds in the jury house too? Those of you that watch the live feeds, I haven't seen that. Do they do live feeds in the jury house? Because that would be interesting. Kira says that Mimi is a floater. So is Bowie. Wendy says that Cameron or Jack could win and I'll be happy. Me too. Like either one, because I felt like they played really good games and I felt like they played their social game pretty well and they played the actual game pretty well. I just couldn't do Big Brother. It's a lot. It's a lot. Kira says that, yep, Cameron played a good game. Shout out to our members of the channel. We really appreciate our members that have dedicated to supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Some of you have been members for a week. Some of you have been for a few months. Some of you have been members for almost 2 years or more than 2 years. Some of you are almost members for 3 years. We appreciate your support. If you would like to become a member of the channel, head on over to teamcampire.com/join. All right. 80 says, I'd like to see Cameron win underdog. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if Cameron won. I don't necessarily love the game that he's playing, but I respect it because he's out here winning on so many different levels. His social game, it's not bad, but it's not great either. Oh, okay. Greg says no live feeds, but we get jury segments late. Yes, I do remember seeing that for season 23. So that should be interesting. She is pure entertainment. I just don't want to see Felicia go just yet. I don't want to see her go just yet. Art says, if you like Cam, you don't watch the live feeds. Well, I see the clips of the live feeds, so I get why I'm a little on the fence with Cameron, why I don't necessarily love Cameron. But Kira says, I like Matt. I hate Corey in America. Corey in America can go. Corey, you're not worried about your mother seeing you in the shower with some woman that you just met on this show? And she's messing up your game. Onyx says that Cam's social game is terrible. Yeah, no one really likes him. He sort of isolated himself from the group, which I don't know if it's going to necessarily hurt him when it comes to the vote. It depends on who's the number 2. Because if it's Cameron and let's say Jag or Matt, Cameron's not winning. Right? Don't you think? If Cameron is up there with Jag or Matt, he's not winning. And the other thing that people have to think about when playing this game. You have to think about who you're sending to the jury. You got to think about who can you sit there with and possibly win against them. And then you got to think about the physical game. You have to remember things from the beginning of the game. You have to know your days. You have to remember what did and who did what. That is a gruel. And you're living in a house with people that you probably would never live in a house with. And you have Mimi, the Mimi spraying everything down. And I'm like, even no matter how you feel about Mimi, it's just like, I get it. You're living with people that don't have the same cleanliness as you do. God only knows what that Big Brother house smells like. Right? The showers and things like that. I wonder if they have a crew come. No, I don't think they do have a crew come in and clean. I see them cleaning. Ew. Anyways. All right. Art says that they will do a couple of Jury House updates. Yeah, I remember seeing that for season 23 with the cookout. Oh, El Michelle says that I'm over this season. I'm not over it because I do want to see who ends up winning, but I'm ready for it to finish at this point. Just because I don't really love our final people. You know what I mean? They're not that interesting to me. And Suri she's just out of it. And like you guys said, Survivor's much shorter. When we watched her on Traders, that's a lot shorter. That's only a week. And she won. And I can see how she won because at the beginning of Big Brother, you could tell she's a good player when it comes to at least like the mind aspect and the social aspect of this game. I really wish she could have made it further. I mean, we don't know where she's going to make it to, but I hope she gets some energy back. I really hope she gets some energy back. Kalani says, I'm sure it's a stench in that house. Well, not after Mimi was spraying down the Big Brother house. I was like, yes, girl, spray it down, girl. Woo. People just have very different levels of cleanliness. All right? Very different levels of cleanliness. All right. Last but definitely not least, okay? Last but definitely not least, we have to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. So you may recall that we reported on LoveBScott.com's exclusive that there is a reboot coming to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right. In that report, LoveBScott.com is saying that producers are looking for new housewives. They've reached out to agents, all of these different things. And apparently we could possibly see a reboot of the entire cast, or they may bring one or two housewives back next season. And a lot of people said, oh, they're not going to do that. They're not going to reboot Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's hard to reboot Housewives of Atlanta. I've said that. It would be hard. It was already hard for them trying to cast for season 14. That's how Marlo got her canned peach. Okay? So I was like, are they really going to do it? Well, according to LoveBScott.com's exclusive, they said, well, it's very expensive with housewives like Candy and Kenya who are making a lot of money, allegedly $100,000 per episode. When you have a RHONY reboot that's semi-successful and you're only paying the housewives $100,000 for the entire season. So Candy was recently asked about this on, I think it was, I forgot what, it was on iHeartRadio broadcast. And she said this. Hold on, y'all. Let me bring this up. Hold on. Let me
do whatever you need to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like, see, I've been out here 14 seasons, right? So I've seen, different castmates come and go. Some I was sad to see go. Some I've seen go and come back. And I know people constantly need to see change to feel like they're getting something, you know what I mean? So if they feel like they need to make changes, then find a cast that you think is going to work. Yeah. Do I think they're going to find a whole cast of people that's going to work and satisfy our fans? Probably not. Do whatever you need to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like, see, I've been out here 14 seasons, right? So I've seen, different castmates come and go. Some I was sad to see go. Some I've seen go and come back. And I know people constantly need to see change to feel like they're getting something, you know what I mean? So if they feel like they need to make changes, then find a cast that you think is going to work.
Yeah.
Do I think they're going to find a whole cast of people that's going to work and satisfy our fans? Probably not.
Okay. All right. Was that freezing for you guys? The live keeps freezing. I told you some technical issues. Not sure what's going on. Let me know if you guys can hear me now. Let me know if you can hear me now. I was just playing a clip for you in regards to what Kandi Burruss was saying in regards to a possible reboot coming. Based off what she said, it made me think as if, so a reboot might be coming. A reboot might be coming. Because before they were all sort of like downplaying it. Even some of Kenya Moore's actions maybe kind of go like, oh, wait, is something happening? You know what I mean? Is something happening behind the scenes that you are doing interviews or you're talking bad about production? It made us feel as if something was happening behind the scenes. And then this whole reboot conversation came out. And now Kandi is saying this. And I agree with Kandi. It would be hard to cast Real Housewives of Atlanta because the fan base is so particular. But the fan base is also very, very much not happy with where Atlanta is. But would they be happy if they bring back one or two housewives that they're familiar with and build a cast around them? I already can't wait to go to the Real Housewives of Atlanta panel at BravoCon because I want to be like this. I really want to pay attention because literally you're going to have a cast of housewives where their future is uncertain with this show. So you already know. Because typically, wouldn't they already have started filming for the new season at this point? So I'm wondering what BravoCon will be like. And I will remember, if you followed me on not Instagram, on TikTok, last year I went live from the Atlanta BravoCon panel. So I might do it again. I might do it again. All right? For members only. Anyways, I had to update you guys on in regards to that. For me, the signs are showing me that, yes, there is something happening over at the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know if we're going to get a season on time this year, especially if they're trying to get a cast together. Word on the street is they're finding people. Word on the street is that they're married. I'm hearing things, y'all. I'm hearing things. But like I said before, the Atlanta fans are finicky. I agree with Kandi with that. The fans are finicky. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. RHONY proved that. And I know RHONY has not been great, but RHONY is cheaper to make right now for them. And that the bottom line for them is more about money than it is about necessarily ratings or satisfying the fans. We shall see. We shall see. Rhea says, fresh cast with cameos. Maybe. Ronnie, thank you so much for the super chat. Ronnie says, I'm off topic. Lisa Milan, Real Housewives of Dubai, deleted her Instagram? ? I don't know if she deleted it, but it's definitely deactivated. And I bet you want to know why. I can't wait for the new season of Real Housewives of Dubai. That supposedly is coming in January. Apparently, we're going to see the trailer at BravoCon on the first day. So we shall see. So stay tuned for that, guys. I think I talked about everything. I would take callers, however, because there are technical issues happening. We're going to end it there, but hopefully next week everything will be working properly, and I want to get back into taking callers for our Tuesday takeover. As I said before, I will drop a video talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer. Someone said that they heard my voice. You probably won't see me, guys. It might be just my voice you hear, but I have a very distinctive voice. You'll know if you hear it. Let me go watch it because I don't know. Maybe. All right. Thank you to our to anyone that sent in the super chat. We thank you so much for supporting the channel. Don't forget, you can also support the channel by supporting yourself by getting merch. Our Kempire merch is available at houseofkempire.com. We also have coldest discount code for you, Kempire10. Get yourself a little something for 10% off over at coldest.com. More information is available in the description of this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, Kempire Radio, on your favorite podcast platform, and subscribe to the Kempire Radio YouTube channel as well. All right. And of course, thank you to our lovely and amazing King's Guards, aka moderators, for holding us down in the live chat. We appreciate them so much. And I appreciate you all being here. I hope you all have a great rest of your Tuesday. I will see you all in the next video, which will be probably me recapping and talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills trailer. All right, stay tuned for that, guys. I will see you all later. Have a great afternoon. All right, bye, everyone. Let's get out of here with some music.